from Sunny, it was really, so how do you say, impressed, or it was super awesome experience. So actually, I'm sure that so you can enjoy Sunny's topic. I'm sure so you have a lot of wow things today. Yeah. Okay. So first, I think so now 10 2. So not, I think it's not all together now, I think. So actually, so Sunny, so just before introducing yourself, could you please introduce us very nice Wuhan's music now? Sunny, are you all right now?
Yes. So I just give you some background about this music. The first part of this music that I will show you is take with an ancient musical instrument that they dig out from the soil. And that was discovered, it was made over 2,000 years ago. Now it's in the museum. Okay, so everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Hands up. Okay, good. Do you know who I am? No? Okay. Okay. For some people you don't know me, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sunny. I live in Quebec City, which is a little city in Canada, which is a big city here. But compared to my hometown, it's very small. Here we have less than 1 million people, but my hometown have 11 million people. So when I come here, well, I'll just tell you some a little bit feelings. I show some picture to my family in China, and they say, nobody on the street? What the heck is that? So that means in Wuhan, if you go to visit China or in India or in Japan, you see millions of people everywhere. But in Canada, when you come here at night, you feel scared because at the beginning, because nobody. And then, so that's the things changed to me. I will tell you later. Now, if I go back to China where like Thailand, Japan, I find way too many people. I can't handle that anymore. So 8 years of my life in Canada changed my perspective. That's the thing I want to share with you firstly, because my perspective now is changed. I'm not a pure Chinese mind thinking person. I'm not pure how to say, I think in French, sorry, Western style, a way of thinking philosophy. So I'm a kind of mix of these two. So I'm a banana. That means I'm yellow outside, maybe a little bit white, but still yellow inside. So this is kind of Asian style banana. And the second thing I want to say is all the content today I want to share with you. All the content I want to share with you is my own perspective, my own story from my family, my friends. I don't represent any doctor or scientist or any political groups. If you guys want to sponsor me, please do that. But in fact, nobody sponsored me for this talk show. I just want to share some personal experience with you guys. And what else? Well, the following resource and photos I will show you in the next 1 hour is all belong to me. Some of them, not 80% of them belongs to me or my friends. Because before I do this presentation, I asked my friend in China, hey guys, send me some picture of you. And then they just sent to me and with the things they eat or the thing they do. So I just want to make clear of everything before we start. And first, let's open, as Sumini said, open the presentation, begin the presentation by introduce you some more than an ancient music by Tan Dun. Tan Dun is a very famous Chinese American musician. And let's do it. is the music I want to show you. It's 10 minutes. I only show you 1 minute of it. The first part, as I said, is the ancient music instrument. But the second one, as you see over here, you see the round thing in the middle. You will see that in Japan or any or Korea. But this is the specialty from my city called Wuhan. In English, it's called a symbol. Why this guy used this, I will tell you. Is because this is a very Wuhan thing, and the whole thing, like 12, you see at the beginning they pounded like 12 times, is for blessing. Yes. So then.
For our people in Wuhan. In Wuhan, to all the musicians in the world, it's a very, very familiar city and familiar people. You know why? Because the Tan-Tan, all the best orchestra in the world, Antwerp Symphony Orchestra, Berlin Philharmonic, New York Philharmonic, Vienna Symphony Orchestra, everybody using Tan-Tan from Wuhan.
So that's the start hour for today's presentation is by the music. Because why I show you this, because we got a question, right? We got a question from a musician in London, where he come from. And he asked, oh, in my sample, you know, for the like a drum, bing, 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 bang, very modern style, we got this Wuhan thing writing. So what this related to Wuhan? Well, in fact, because Wuhan export this kind of music instrument to 40 countries all over the world. That's why you see the name of Wuhan. And talk about me. Today is a personal sharing. So I'm a personal person. Who I am, at the beginning I said, I'm an Asian girl, I'm a Chinese girl, and I'm born in Wuhan City. Wuhan City is amazing. I will just show you some picture of my parents here. This is when my parents get married, which is about 1986, the year when I was born. This is me up there, can you see? I'm so cute. And with a fish tank, with a golden fish. And my mom holds me. And that's the old house we have in Wuhan. Even my parents, they were very poor because of China. Here, I want to introduce some Chinese history here. China just opened its door 40 years ago at the end of the 70s. So at that time, this is the beginning of 80s. Our people is very poor. You see, there is no air conditioner, no fridge. If I send you the picture of my husband when he was young, you'll find it's much more different. And then I grow up. This is my own sister beside me, 4 years younger than me. Now she's living in Wuhan as a fashion designer. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, please leave in the chat. I think Sumini will take care of that, and we will answer to you later. And why I'm in kimono? Because Wuhan is also very famous for the sakura watching, which is in Wuhan University. So at that time, we're allowed to wear kimono and take pictures like bing, and they give you like $20 or something like that. And as I grow up, you see the buildings, they're changing. Here you will see some high-rise buildings started. This is at the 2000. So people start to be dressed more modernly. And down there, this is when I was in high school with my classmates. We do a debating competition. And on the right-hand side, this is a valley that we visit. We do the rafting with my middle school friends. But this valley now is covered by the water because this is just before the Three Gorge Dam being built. So now you go to this place, you don't see this anymore. But this was a fantastic trip in my memories. So 25 years for me in China. My hometown is there, but sometimes I still dream about it, my childhood, especially about this picture. Anyone know what this is about?
Oh, bed?
Yes, it's a bed made of something that we mentioned at the beginning related to Gary's background.
Bamboo.
So Bamboo, Gary. If you cut the trees behind you, you make it into the bed. It will be your summer bed on the street. And look closely this picture. You'll see there's a fan over there, right? And on the floor is all wet because they want to cool down the street after the sunset. Also on the bed, you will see some people have some medication. 花露水怎么说? is to put on your skin so no mosquitoes will bite you. And you will sleep here like the little kids you see further. I will be that kids, and my mom and parents will do the fan, you know, and cool me down, let me sleep. So we will sleep on the street until the whole thing cool down in the summertime, which is around 10 or 11 p.m. Why is that? It's because Wuhan is the hottest city, one of the hottest city in China. And this is how people used to live before have air conditioner or stable electricity supply. When
It's
I
like
was
a siesta.
yeah,
It's like a siesta. Yeah.
like a
It's the
theater?
nap- Yeah, siesta. It's the nap that you take in the afternoon.
No, it's for sleeping for the night.
For
Nap.
night.
Yeah, it's for night, for
Okay,
night bedding time. Yeah.
Oh, this is like a community bedroom.
Yeah.
It's on the street. It's on street. Everyone, you sleep with your neighbor. If you're a kid, you wake up at night, you see people when they sleep, they show differently their face. Sometimes it can
Right.
scare you to death.
Yeah, and Sunny also, we have two questions. Actually,
Yes.
so Anna asks is, so how comfortable are these on this floor? It's hard or it's softer?
It's hard.
Hard. So
And
just for-
sometimes my skin, you know, that they have some gaps in between, right? It's made of bamboo, so it's like this. So sometimes it's like my skin is being pains. How do you say pains?
Yeah.
It's like yes, in between the bamboos, it's a hurt.
Yeah.
Of course, now I'm grow up, is fine.
Yeah, and also Mike is asking no pillow or any cushion. Mhm.
I think this is the beginning, maybe the beginning of the night. People just chill and go out and chat, like gossip around. Hey, you know, this and that. Later, people will maybe start to bring some blanket or a cushion for the head. Yes.
Yeah, so actually on the photo, we have a lot of questions. And also Mindy is asking, and people worry about safety or security, sleep in the open.
We know everyone, and everyone was poor at that time, nothing to steal from. we don't have a cell phone, you know. We don't have cell phone at that time. We just I remember my hometown, they got my house got a cell phone maybe about 20 years ago, and it's cost too much, and it's another cell phone at home. So it's nothing to steal, and you see people wear like these is on shores, some camisole. So it's not for rich people, yes.
But it's not a happy life, yeah? Thank you.
Yeah. You will play with the other kids in the summer. I remember that's what I spend my time with. And my husband, my father is the one kill all the mosquitoes at night for us after he finished shift from the factory, the steel and iron making factory. So it's very hard life for him. So when he come to Canada,
and Lydia is asking, what if it rains? So
it rains, people just go back home.
Go back home. So you can just live in these chairs. So this remains just it's okay with raining.
In the summertime it rains, but it's like very short, and it's like a rainstorm. It won't last too long. It's like all day raining. It's like boom, suddenly 20 minutes and clear again. Let's go out.
I see. Thank you very much.
Good. So this is my what my life is here, and now I moved to Canada. It's about 9 years old. I moved to Canada. So everything started to change. I will show you where I am and how you will follow me to see how I go back to China every time since 9 years ago. Okay. Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, let's do it here. Why it doesn't work? So this is Google Earth. I use a new technique. Oh no, it's the old one. So I live in Quebec City here, as you see. Remember, the river of it, it's called the St. Lawrence River, is connected with the Atlantic Ocean. And there's an island on the top. Remember this shape, because it's exactly the same as my hometown, just much colder. So this is a city with about 700,000 people. The whole Canada is here. You see, the second largest city in the world. And here's the first quiz. Boom, 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 boom. How many time zones in Canada? How many time zones in Canada?
Yeah,
Please
so
type your answer.
Yeah, so 4, 3, 4, 3 or 4. A lot of people think that it's 3 zones or 4 zones. Oh, 5 zones too.
It's about 6. It's a 6 time zones. Nobody got the answer. So it's a huge country, as you can see, because they have Atlantic time as well. So it's different. And then we cross Pacific Ocean, we arrive to China. Normally it's take me about 17 hours, even 20 hours to go back to my hometown. No, go back to Shanghai, and then 5 hours to my hometown. So this is China. Here's the second quiz. How many time zones in China? Ding, 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 ding. Type your answer. Quick, 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 quick.
Oh my God, it's a big country. So 320, maybe. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, could be.
Okay, Minji, please tell everyone how many time zones in China.
One, just one.
Yeah.
I wish there were 20. Life would be very difficult with 20 time zones.
Why only one? Because
the third largest country in the world only have 1 time zone. You can check why. It's easier for people, the government, to manage everything. Right. But you will see the sunset maybe at 11 p.m. is still the sun outside in Xinjiang.
Exactly, yeah.
And cool. Where I live is also beside a river. Check, follow my mouse. This is the river called Yangtze River. It's from Tibet, the mountains, all the way to a city where Minji stays.
Yes.
And goes to where Sumili stays. So it's the river, Yangtze River, from the Tibet all the way to the Pacific Ocean. And me, I stay in a place called the Hubei province, which connect 9 the other provinces of China. It's in the center of Chinese map. And Wuhan is the capital of this province. Hubei, okay. Okay, I already showed everyone, sorry. How many people we have here? Check the numbers under. It's about almost 60 million people live in this province. So when the lockdown coming, 60 million people, they are not allowed to go outside. And this is the city, Wuhan city. Have you checked the map? Exactly the same as where I live right now, with the island and there is a river. Here's a question for everyone. How many districts in Wuhan?
100.
I will give you 3 answers.
Province is 1.
Okay, Wuhan, when I was left like 9 years ago, it's about 8 million people. Now it's increased to 11 million people. So the district is about 13 districts in Wuhan. So it's a huge city, and 3 million of these people who live in this city, they are students from all the universities, because Wuhan is known as the city has the most university in China. Unfortunately, I study at one of them. It's called the Chinese Traditional Medicine University. Well, I study marketing in this university. It's a little bit, well, it's nice. I learned a lot of tricks. My ex-boyfriend is very good at massage, and acupuncture. So he used me to do all the exams. This is the city, as you can see. And Sumini yesterday asked me, where is that market? The fish market, everything started out is here. Oh, can you see? I will use some spotlight. It's around here. It's near the Hankou station, railway station. It's about 100 meters from that place. So it's downtown. No more downtown than this. So here is Wuhan. Daytime. As the city across the Yangtze River, how many bridges we have? 3 answer. 3, 6, 9. Type your answer right now.
9.
9.
Okay, Juliano, you got it right. 9. And with 3 tunnels under the water. And this is nighttime. Before I left, there's no high-rise building. Everything happened when I left. So a lot of my friends say, Sunny, you should stay here, you'll make a fortune. I say, I know. Here we still talk about the 3rd bridge in Quebec City. And this is the map of Wuhan. This is about 200 years ago, the city looked like this. 100 years ago, city looked like this. It's built by the map is drawn by the British people. And this is Wuhan today. So it's always with 2 rivers and 1 great lake called East Lake. And this picture is took last week, can represent my childhood, just without the high-rise building here. We play beside the river a lot during the summer. This picture
So you mean,
also,
Sunny,
yes.
So, sorry, you mean that all these buildings that are here in the skyline, when you were living there, they were not there?
No. Not all, but
these are in the last
90%
years.
no there. 90% are not there.
Yeah,
okay.
I can add to that. When I left Shanghai 20 years ago, Shanghai had 2 metro lines, like subway line. Today, when we go back, Shanghai had 20 metro underground lines.
Okay, when I left Rome, Rome has 2 metro lines, and this was 10 years ago. Rome still has 2 metro lines.
Okay, Juliano, you win today's story. You can share about you guys can share about what happened to your hometown, because I believe some of us,
to mine.
Yes, some of us we just move from our hometown to the other country or culture, and when you go back, everything's become familiar, very familiar, but very strange as well. So the slogan for Wuhan is it's called Wuhan different every day. So it's really different every day. This is this month, they took this picture this month. So now we have to talk about the COVID. Before we jump into the COVID, do you have any questions so far?
So, okay.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of people have a mystery things or unknown things. So you can ask anything. Actually, this session is totally different with YouTube or Netflix. So this is very interactive session. Yeah. So
Sunny, yes. So Sunny, in Wuhan also you have Great Wall, because China has so many Great Walls all over China. So in Wuhan you also have Great Wall extent.
Great
Wall.
Oh, Great Wall.
Great Wall. No. Wuhan is a city founded 3,500 years ago, but it's become the capital of that region about 100 years ago, and is always famous for the transportation. As you see, the first railway of China is built in Wuhan, and is beside the river, is like connect 90 other provinces. So everything have to go there, come out, in and out. And for the how to say, the transportation, we have a 4 railway. It's like a fortification. 4 railway station here and 1 airport. So every day we receive a lot of people. This gives you a very good background about what happened just before the COVID happened, because that's is very close to Chinese New Year. And Chinese New Year, as we talked about yesterday, Sumili, it's like a Christmas for everyone. We have to go back home. We have to see our family. So you have to ask the boss, I will leave, I will go. So this is what happened, the background of what happened. So you can imagine how difficult to lock down 11 million people during a Chinese New Year and everyone going home. Even my sister want to leave Wuhan because she will be asked too much questions about her marriage. You understand what I mean? When you are getting married. So my sister, in fact, when everything happened is at January 23rd, she is not there. She just left 2 days ago, go to have a nice trip with her boyfriend in New Zealand. So for 2 months, she was not there. So it's very different.
Best time for living. Can I ask you something about transportation?
Okay.
You show the river, and you said that you have a lot of 9 bridges, right? How do you cross the river? Do you use also ferry boats, or there are tunnels? Because you said that you have 3 tunnels also. So if you want to go to the side, how do you get?
Okay, I will show you some picture of my trip of last year.
Okay, great.
Okay, I can Spotify my video, but I will show you here. Can you see?
Okay. Yes, I can see a bridge, right?
Yes, this is the bridge, and this is me and my husband. We're under the bridge, and after that, we'll walk on the bridge. This bridge is built at the 1950s.
Okay.
It's by Russian. And what we do is we take the ferry, and then after that we took the ferry and we cross the river. So we have I remember we have 5 different ferries to let people cross the river.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sunny, I want to understand something, because you said when you left, Wuhan had 8 million. Now Wuhan has 11 million. So for the extra 3 million people, where do they come from?
Of course, it's mother gave birth. No, it's not true. A mother never can give birth to 3 million just during 9 years. It's because they emerge the cities around it.
Oh.
You know, when you become big, you're going to be bigger, so you have more taxpayer. That's my perspective. I think that what they do is they just merge the small cities around the downtown. Oh, come to join me, come to join me. Okay, here 1 million, that 1 million coming. So for this reason.
I see.
2 years ago, Minji and I were in Wuhan, and one of the places that really struck me was there was a street in the middle of Wuhan that looks like Oxford Street in London. The same sort of British style buildings. Yes. Except it was Oxford Street without traffic. It was all pedestrianised, and it was just absolutely full of people going shopping.
Yes.
What's the history behind that street?
Okay, Wuhan is one of the first city open the port to the foreigners, but it's been forced open. It's the first war between Japan and China, which is at the end, the middle of the 19th century, because China lost. So people start to force China to open your port. At the beginning, China they closed all the border, closed the port, just like today, before that war. So after that, they forced Chinese government, please open it. And then they allowed British people, Russian people, French people, German people to come here and rent maybe 1 street, 2 streets, and manage by themselves. So no policeman can take care of that place. They are all like a country in another country. So it's become kind of the way you pay when you lost a battle.
So Mike, it's like the reverse of the Chinatown in London. It's the London town in China.
Absolutely. Yes, it was a little bit of London in the middle of Wuhan. It looked both strange and familiar. And presumably now it's a kind of tourist attraction or a shopping street?
They restore all these buildings and they let people to rent or buy the buildings. Now it's become a commercial, like a walking commercial street. And they build subways under as well. And Wuhan is very famous for its industry, since it's not a very touristic city. As my husband the other day, I interviewed him. I said, okay, what do you think? What you will tell to people about Wuhan? It's big. It's very big because it takes us 2 hours to go to your aunt's place, and I almost fall asleep. Okay. The second, you can't expect too much traditional buildings over there anymore. It's a huge city, but more national, not that international city. And the third, what happened over there? You can eat so many food. It's non-stop food everywhere. But not like 80 years ago when I go to see you, it's all on the street. Now it's all in the shopping mall. That's what happened to him. He said, it's good, but it feels something lost. Yeah.
I see. Mm.
Yeah. So, but I guess it's not Wuhan, but all over China. It's
all around
just
the
like
world.
that.
Probably, Somilia, all around the world, yeah.
Really?
It's about the real estate development. So here I will share you what happened to me when the COVID happened. So here is my personal story. Before the lockdown happened, I know there's a lockdown because I have 12 hours difference. So during the daytime, I check Wuhan government publish an announce, say we will lock down the city at 10 a.m. on 23rd of January. Oh, I want to wake my parents and say, come to Canada, we'll buy you a train tickets or airplane tickets. So that was my regret for almost 2 months. I didn't buy them anything to let them go out of the city and put them in danger. And then my parents try to comfort me. I'm the one can't sleep at night. I was worried about them all the time. And then my father said, okay, I will send you several pictures, and that worries me even more. That's the picture he sent to me. This is my father, and that's the mask I bought for my daughter. So you see, it's very small, not very big. Because at the beginning, it's just like at the beginning of the lockdown in Canada, we can't find a mask anywhere. It's all sold out and we can't find it. So that's why he used the mask for my daughter that we left at home. So that's the street, supposed to have a very busy street because they have several schools over there. And all these shops, as you can see, are closed. And that's how he go to buy some medication for himself because he got some skin problem. So he need that cream every week. And here they lock door. So what you do is, hey, I want this, and then you give money, he will give you the medication. They won't let you go in. It's quite familiar for many of you. So here's the problem. Later, they sent me this picture, right? But several weeks later, what happened is they don't allow people even go out to shopping or have a walk. You can just stay in your community without going outside. So here is what happened is you can't go to grocery. The grocery will close the door to the individual people. That means as a father, if you want to buy something for your kids, you can't. But you can order from your cell phone. So when you order from your cell phone about grocery, they will send you like this, just on the first floor outside the community, you come out and pick it up by yourself. But some older, like traditional, like old house, what they do is they use something to bring it to the third floor. Like, you know, it was a rope to bring the basket up. And all this is not managed by the government. In fact, there's a lot of volunteers out there because, you know, some old people, they can't use cell phone and make an order, and you have to really be quick, otherwise it will be gone. So there's a lot of volunteers to deliver a grocery to the elder people. And what happened to my family is they're all fine. Thank you for your asking. They're all fine. My father stayed at home for 3 months, my mom too. And all my family, they obey the rules. They have a lot of pressure, in fact, a lot of pressure, but finally they're safe. But some of my friends, they got some problem. So what have happened to them, because I'm not in Wuhan, so they told me, because when you have this kind of COVID thing, you won't say to everyone, hey, I have a COVID, hi. No, you will keep it quiet, especially what happened to your family. You won't tell everyone about it. So because since I'm not in China, so they can let me know that is what happened. So one of my friend, his mom got sick. So got sick, what happened? It took them 1 month to get a bed on the hospital. So the result is the mother is cured, but the son, my friend, got infected, and the father got infected. Because it's not direct from the virus, it's past one person and to the third person or fourth person maybe. So it's not that serious. So they get cured by themselves without going to the hospital. But my friend told me he lost 6-7 pounds, or like 2-3 kilos during 1 month. That's what happened to one of them. The other of them, when you see them, yeah.
And now?
Now?
How is now?
Yeah, I will tell you that later. So when you see that river, imagine me, I live on this side of the river and you live on the other side of the river. When they lock down everything, that means they lock down the ferry, lock down the bridge. You can't go across to visit me. So what happened to my another friend is his father-in-law is sick. So his husband had to find a way, I don't know what way, maybe with a volunteer, and drop him to his father's home. So his husband stayed at his father's home for 1 month to take care. So this is what happened in Wuhan. So everything is so strict. So how about now? I will show some stories about the pictures that my friends sent me of last week. How about now? Nice question, Giuliano. So this is my friend. We study in university together, and that's what she wear the first week when they unlocked the city. So she got the gloves and everything to protect the face and the nose and the mouth and the eyes, everything. And this is also the first week when Wuhan unlocked the hospital. During the COVID, every hospital will be only, not every, a few are not, but most of the hospital only accept the patient who got COVID the symptom. So this is when the hospital start to accept the public patients, like you are sick or you hurt in your feet or whatever, you go there. So they will test you and they will ask you to go outside, wait, and then they will test your temperature, everything. And this is the school at the top left picture. This is the school. The school is open around the beginning of June. They keep a 2 meters distance and wear mask. So this have a huge impact to economic, to no matter which country. So Chinese government, they start to a new policy. They encourage people to sell the things on the street. They won't test you. They won't put a tax on that. You can just like my friend's husband and son, they just buy something and sell on the street. And you can pay with that code bar on the left hand over there. You can pay and pay and you can sell it. So I asked her, did you make any money? She said, no, we lost all the money. So because no clients want to buy. This is what happened after the COVID thing, and the government tried to boost economy because nobody wants to go to shopping mall anymore.
Yeah, so actually, Sunny, so can I introduce one question and one comment from Scott John? Actually, one thing I have been very ashamed about is the backlash in the US against Asian Americans led by the liar-in-chief, but how about things being Quebec? he would hope that the Canadians act better. They frequently do, of course.
So your question is, how about in Canada, how people treat me?
Exactly.
Okay, at the beginning when everything happened, because I know some people work in a radio, like a Canada radio, for the public radio, so they asked me for an interview. So I went there. Basically, the question they asked me is, how's your family? And all my friends ask is, how's your family? I feel very warm-hearted, warm-hearted. I said, oh, everyone care about me, but I'm tired of answering all these questions. That's why for a long time, I don't want to talk about all this. And the second is, I feel, yes, they care about you, but the thing is, they think it's completely nothing to do with them, which is true. It's in, you see how large the land is between Canada and China. You see, I show you just on the Google Earth. How come the virus just come here? But you forgot, it's a globalization era. We can't get rid of the things. Once there's a butterfly, and there's another storm on the other side of the earth. So what happened to me is, I think they're very nice with me, and they really care about me. But I think the government didn't take that seriously to how to prepare at that time, like the beginning in February, have more masks, produce some more masks, or ask people to be careful so it can not repeat the same story as what my family been through. So that's the two things I think.
Yeah,
and there's also some, yes, do you have any other questions? Any other questions, Somini?
Yeah, so actually now on the chat box now, but actually I directly ask all people, so it was very impact photos. So your friends do masks and even with gloves and all covered. But now, so in Japan, so actually all we can do is just only put on the mask. It's very hot now, especially outside or crowded places. But any country, they need gloves for grocery shopping or still.
Because there's a very famous doctor in China say some people get infected by pressing the elevator button.
Yeah.
And so then since then, everyone wear gloves.
So I use elbow or here. Yeah.
Oh, you're smart. But it's not very practical because it's plastic. When it's too hot, it melts. In fact, it's kind of dangerous. So yes. And I will show you some picture my friend sent me last week. This is what happened in Wuhan during the summer. Is you go to barbecue at middle of the night, where you eat some crayfish. And at the left, the top is a very famous food is the root of a lotus, the flower lotus, you know, Asian flower, very beautiful. And they live in the water. And underground in the mud is the long things. It's called the root of lotus. It's very famous for Wuhan cuisine. So my husband complains, is like, every time I go to Wuhan, your family feed me that. Every time I eat for 1 week the same dish because it's famous. Well, I think he listens to me right now. Forget about him. Okay.
Can you make these at home? Can you make?
We should ask for an opinion. We should ask for a real, live opinion from your husband.
Oh my God!
We want to hear that from him, not from you.
If you want, we can invite him for another episode.
We must.
He's an engineer, so he take one word as one word.
So it's
so he won't like me add too many adjective to describe one thing. So, well.
Boring. Boring.
No. We can use that word. It's simple person. So here is the street. What they took pictures last week is what happened on the street, and people start to sell the street food right now since they encourage the street commerce. This is what happened. Do you know what they're eating? Pasta? No, it's not a pasta. Sorry, my daughter says pasta. This is the rice cake. Rice cake. You need to drink something too dry. And this I don't know. Let me see. Maybe it's the noodles. And this is the tofu. 怎么说那个豆腐脑？豆腐 flour. It's like a tofu soup. It's like a liquid, half liquid and half solid. It's a mix of this texture. They put some, because this is still considered like south of China, so they put sugar instead of like soy sauce to eat the tofu thing. And this is not what the people go for breakfast. Is like a shop. They have deep fried thing outside, steaming buns on the side, and people waiting to pay and get the noodles from this place. Oh, I saw a lot of comments.
I never tried tofu. I have to be honest. I guess I never tried tofu.
Why? You must love tofu.
Everybody here, I'm sorry, but everybody here in this group had a tofu at least once in their life.
Yeah.
The morning miso soup in Japan. Oh, miso soup in Japan.
Yes.
Okay. I apologize.
Yes.
I'm the only one who never had tofu here.
How come you never had tofu?
That's I don't know. This never happened.
Okay, I will show you. My fridge is here. This is absolutely tofu. Almost every day.
I forgot that Millie lives by the fridge.
Small tiny Japanese kitchen. Yes, Elena said tofu. So Sunny, so Elena said tofu soup, street food. This vegetarian wishes we had street food like this. Breakfast today. Yeah,
tofu for breakfast. Exactly.
You have to think tofu as the cheese in your plate. For some cultures, they have liquid cheese. Never heard about that. They have the cheese you can spread on the bread. They have hard cheese like fermented cheese or cheese all fermented. Anyway, they have all kind of sorts of cheese, and that is very good. And people, how they eat tofu is normally marinate or stew for a long time. And here I want to share with you a short video I took in Wuhan on 2018. That's my favorite spot. This is the spot that I went when I was in university. It's near the Yellow Crane Tower, which is a landmark. I'm back to my hometown, Wuhan. So today I will show you a very famous traditional food market in this city. It's a pig park. And this is the duck and skipping tofu. And the ribs. It's not like a large one like we have in Canada, so big. And the pear soup with dates. And this is a kind of sour thing wrapped with the sugar. These are all the traditional snacks. And the barbecue. Seafood. Snails. And this is a Wuhan style street food with a lot of seasoning and crayfish. And this is Wuhan duck neck. This is the most famous food in Wuhan is duck neck and potato. And this is a duck blood soup. I hope you didn't have your
duck?
lunch.
Is it real duck?
Yeah, duck blood soup. And this is also Wuhan style rice pizza, but they will flip it over like this, so you serve you with steamy rice. And this is they will cover the chicken with the mud and bake it. That is what happened in Wuhan before the COVID thing. It's like a very normal life, like any other cities in China. It's the sugar. I never eat this. Oh, that is Japanese food. Let's know. Quail egg, roasted with salt, and a juice bar. Peas, shrimps. 皮皮虾. 皮皮虾.
Like a monster version. It's huge.
Yeah, because people, it's very popular, so people come and buy. You see how many people here?
Yeah.
And people just walk and on the streets, and that's what they do.
There must be a lot of foodies Instagrammer taking photos on that, or not?
Yeah, that time, no Instagram in China, by the way.
I don't know, TikTok or something like that.
TikTok. That time, no TikTok neither. TikTok is really from 1 or 2 years ago. Yes. So this is in 2018. And I spent Chinese New Year with my family, very happy. Last year, I've been there as well, but it's less happy. So it depends. I love my hometown, I love my family, but I have family problem as any of you. So any questions here? Really?
So you are a fantastic YouTuber. So actually all of us knows your home YouTube page. So maybe later, Minji, could you please add, Sunny's YouTube information? Yes. I think it would be lovely for us.
Thank you. Thank you.
There are many, many questions, actually.
Yeah. So anyone questions? Something mystery? So yeah, it's very special chance. So because all we can get is just from media. And sometimes, in my opinion, I cannot believe media. So I really want to know real voice from Sunny.
What is oink? Oink of the pig in Spanish, what does it mean? Oink?
Oink is the sound that the pig makes, no? Oink? I don't know.
What's that in Spanish? Oink.
Oink.
They say even eat oink.
O-I-N-K.
Wait,
that's the English way you say the noise the pig makes.
Oh, the pigs.
Is the nose or is the other part that extends from your body?
Yes. We say boo-boo in Japan.
You should Google it. You should.
Now I understand. Okay, in China they eat this as well, but not in Wuhan. Wuhan is in the center, so for the food, it's not very special, but it have a lot because people travel here to bring the cultures here. But some areas in China, they have very unique culture. If you want to go, you should go to that place. And I plan to go back to see my parents this year, but as you know, I already bought all the airplane tickets and Air Canada canceled it for me and give me the refund. It's good. I don't know when is the next time I will go back to see my family. Now we have a special guest. Oh no, Sumili, please ask the questions.
Yes, so actually about your another YouTube pages, you mean? Or
the YouTube? YouTube later means you will send to everyone. So here is my daughter. I will let her. Are you okay? I will.
Sorry. Yeah, but home for you.
Thank you. This was amazing. We almost lost the vegetarian that said that the video of food was.
My daughter Victoria, she was in China when she was about 2 years old and already been 3 times. Do you enjoy your life in Wuhan? What is this?
What do you like best? What do you like best in Wuhan?
Play with grandpa. Louder.
And play with my...
Play with what? Say.
No, just not play, like play with my...
Grandma. Play with my grandma and my grandpa is what she likes the most. So for this generation, they won't think about COVID thing. They will think, oh yes, we have a little bit problem. Oh, my parents were stressful. I miss my parents, my grandparents so much. Even I tell them, I don't think he will remember, oh, it's in Wuhan City. He won't be so sensitive about it. Yes.
And Stephanie, I have a quick question.
Yes.
From a friend, we have problems with the information about COVID. I personally, I don't believe in the numbers that the government tell us. And I have a friend in China that she said that for Chinese government, she said that Chinese people trust Chinese government with numbers and information. Do you agree with that?
As I said at the beginning, I don't represent any politicians.
No, your personal opinion.
So
you know,
personal opinion
she trusts her government.
I don't care about them, the numbers. I even don't believe the numbers in Quebec because they just limit the test every day. And I have friends telling me they got a symptom, they go there and they say, oh, you just got a cold, go back home. They won't, in Canada, they don't want to test you. So what's the real number? Why we should go for that test? Or what the test can bring us to control the spreading of the virus? But is that number really authentic?
I have a lot of friends who are doing research on this, and one of the things they said is you should really look at what the expected mortality rates for a place are and what the current mortality rates. Ignore any assignment of whether it was due to COVID or not, because that depends upon very inaccurate tests and also whether they've been given tests at all.
Yes, because in Quebec, I found a lot of my friends, sometimes they go to hospital, no test. Sorry, waiting in line for 2 weeks. So we don't know what's, and you know, Canadian system, health system is free and very good reputation, but it's long. It's very long. For me, it takes me 1 month to see my family doctor. I was not sick after 1 month, so.
Yeah, the same year, I would say, similar here. I don't know if the numbers are very important. Important is to stay safe, right? To everybody behave good, besides any number, right? I guess this is the most important thing.
And my parents go back to normal life now? That's a good question. My parents start to work just after lockdown. The first thing my mother did is just go to see her mom. That poor grandma, my poor grandma be isolated for 2 months, and luckily some volunteer can go to help her. And then my mom started work because she's a fashion boutique owner. She got 2 fashion clothes boutique. So they work in the shopping mall like 2 days per week at the beginning. And then now it's a full time.
Your father works too?
My father works for my mom.
Very typical Chinese family.
Yeah. My father is the one do all the cooking, cleaning at home. If you want to ask, my mom is the one bring all the money home and ask my father to.
The boss, she's the boss.
I love your mom.
Oh, you will love her, I'm sure. And she started to use TikTok to sell the clothes since nobody come to the boutique. You know, she started to be the model. This is 19 clothes check, and post on TikTok. And people sometimes send a message, can I have this one, or can I visit you? It works, but it takes a lot of efforts as well.
Bunny, share with us later the Instagram, TikTok of your mama. We want to follow her.
Oh, but it's in Chinese version. It's not.
It's okay. We just want to see the pictures.
Oh, Sunny, can I send the photo you gave me? Your mom's in her red dress. Can I share with people?
Yes. Send everything. She like publicity. She's very out. And what happened to my sister is very funny, is because she left Wuhan before the lockdown, and then she found I can enjoy my vacation. And then after 2 weeks, since things get worse, I can't go back to China. So after the visa in New Zealand doesn't good anymore, it's not valid anymore. So she switched to Thailand for another 1 month. And then she found the Thai people. don't care about virus at all. So she started to panic. I have to go back to China. So she along with 500 people, they book 2 airplanes privately and then come to Wuhan. When she is arrived here, even the chef of the district, you know, the mayor of our district, went to pick her up at the airport because want to make sure she is well isolated. Nobody will touch her. So she's like have a private car to send her to the hotel, forced quarantine for 14 days, and paid $600 for this for 2 weeks. That's her life. And she said, if I think right now, I think I'm quite miserable, but kind of lucky because a lot of people, they can't really go home. What I can't get is TikTok is not, I personally, I think TikTok is good, but as an elder people, I can't follow their trend very much.
We need to learn from the kids how to do TikTok.
My daughter wants to be a TikToker. That's her dream. Oh my God. So I will just ask a few questions. If they want to chat with me, welcome, because I want to show you the last video. If you're rushed to go, and now is the end of the presentation.
Okay.
So thank you again for everyone joining. But if you want still go with me, I will share you just one last video that I took 2 years ago when I was in China with my family, and for the Chinese New Year. I will tell you what the Chinese New Year look like.
Peace.
Yes. And you will see my daughter inside, so cutie face, everyone surrounding her like she's the real queen.
The princess.
Yeah. Oh my God, you can imagine. She got all the attention she couldn't get in Canada. Here, Chinese New Year. Everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sunny. This life in China. So now I'm in Wuhan City, my hometown. This is the first day of the Chinese dog year. Chinese dog year. Yes, normally the Chinese New Year is around the end of January or the beginning of February. Today we have such a nice day. All the relatives. This is very important of the Chinese dog year. Yes, normally the Chinese New Year is around the end of January or the beginning of February. Today we have such a nice day. All the relatives, they will come to our place, and we had a big family party together. We have some goldfish here for the decoration. And some lily flowers sent by my cousin. So the family, they're coming. They're from different districts of the city. Sometimes it takes 1 hour for them to come. Normally when the kids come, the elder people, they will give some red envelope. Yes, the red envelope is a way that elder people send the best wishes to the younger kids. This year, 2018, we have sometimes around 200 RMB, which is $35 per envelope. When I was young, I get 100 RMB, which is $15. This is the first Chinese year for my daughter. I think she will find a lot of things very interesting, including how people talk to her. Of course, the kids, they're playing together. And this is my sister, the younger generation. She's younger than me. Normally in China, around her age, the kids or the young people, they choose to go out, have a trip with their boyfriend or girlfriend or younger family. And they use the 7 days national holiday to enjoy some free time. Before the dinner, normally people will social together. The activity they use to social is the poker, of course. And a very Chinese activity is called mahjong. I can't play it, unfortunately. And family dinner is such important thing for Chinese. Eating quality is so important for them. It's just culture thing. They're not picky. They just love it. So we prepare a lot of things before the dinner, maybe 3 days before, and at least 10 different dishes per table. Today we will have 2 tables, one for the elder people, the other one for the younger kids with their moms. We have vegetable, meat, some meatballs. Some visitors, they come here, they choose to help with the family dinner, of course. Even my daughter, she helped as well. Wow, we have a lot of things to eat, and this is before the dinner started. We have 2 helps today. Today is this madam, she cooks for everything, and this is my aunt. She helps a lot. You can find the vegetables or meat and everything, especially a whole fish per table. This is so important. It represents the union of the family. The dinner is started. I'm the server. I will go to deliver the food. This is the pork ribs wrapped in the sweet sauce. It's very hot. It's hot oil. So I'm the waitress. I'm really happy to do this. It's been a long time we didn't see each other. Last time when I come back to China for the Chinese New Year is 6 years ago. So this year I'm very active to planning the party with my family. Seems people they are really happy. One thing you have to do during the dinner is greeting to the other people by convince them to drink all their bottle. Yes, of course. This is Chinese culture as well. Some people doesn't like it, but it exists. When you are happy, you do this. They say Happy New Year. This is another table. It's more quiet. People just eating or feed their kids. After the dinner, we will have some family photos together. This is very important, especially the youngest one. Well, my father's generation is almost 60 years old, so they decide to have a big family photo. We have more than 30 people tonight. Dinner is finished. Let's go to play some fireworks. Oh, be careful. This year it's hard to get fireworks in the city, so my cousin bought all these fireworks from the countryside. Not only us, the other families, they come down from their home and play all together. So Happy New Year, everyone. I wish you a good shape in the new year and make a lot of money, of course. So thanks for watching. See you next.
Yes, lovely.
Oh my God.
So actually, we know, so you have a very happy, lovely family, big family, and we have 2 questions about your family, So from Elena, one, how is it different in how people talk to your daughter in China versus Canada? And also from Scott, did your husband come with you? Is he there in the video?
Okay. The first question I didn't really understand. I will answer the second question first. So my husband didn't come with me on 2018. And that had saved me a lot of job because I don't have to translate and don't have to tell people he's allergic to sesame anymore. Okay, stop talking. Okay. So he's laughing at me at the end. So my husband was not there. I just go back with my daughter. But the second year, which is last year, he was there. I will show you. Okay. But I bring him to visit the factory in Wuhan. Yeah. And also we spend the Chinese New Year with my family. Where is this? So what's the second question?
On the video, you said something like your daughter really liked how they spoke to her, and it sounded like they spoke to her differently there versus. So I was wondering if it was a different way of speaking to kids there versus in Canada.
Yes. Okay, here in China, since it's the first time for many people see Victoria or spend time alone, just very close, not from picture online, to see Victoria. So they will say, oh, she's so beautiful, because she's a mixed baby. That in Asia or in China, people think mixed baby is very beautiful, but indeed she is a little cutie here. So
precious.
when we go back to China, everyone just want to be surrounding and take pictures and treat her very nicely. I say, well, that's how people say different to her. And also because her Chinese is good, but not that good. So people will speak really like a kiddo. Hey, do you like this? Do you like that? Do you want to try this? Do you understand what I mean? Oh, this is a picture of my husband go back last year. I will, with my family, we eat together. You see, everyone's still with winter jacket indoor, right?
Because the house is very cold.
Yeah, the house is very cold, and because it's the elder generation, is my grandma, the sister of my grandma's house. She doesn't want to use air conditioner. Even her daughter say, go use it. But for her, it's kind of waste of money. Understand? So what's the first question, Sumini? Oh, yes, we already answered that. The fireworks. Oh, the fireworks. You can use that this year. It's become very rare to use it.
It is my favorite part.
So Victoria, you speak Chinese, French, and English, right?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
Okay. Say Chinese. How to say hello in Chinese?
你好。
大点声音。
你好。
Ah, good. How to say hello in French?
Bonjour.
大点声音。
Bonjour.
Good. Sorry. So she is, we try to taught her more different cultures so she can be easier to accept the other cultures when she grow up, not feel it's very, very strange. Because that's what I found. Sometimes the kids is easier to accept the cultures than adults.
Absolutely.
For me, it takes 8 years to completely to understand the Quebec culture, like outdoor. Why people like outdoors? Why people don't focus on dressing? You know, because China or Asia sometimes wear appearance. You have to look nice and make up all day. But here, the women they don't do that. So it's become for me it's hard to understand. But now I understand. Yes.
But we still look like people that go to grocery in pajama, right?
Grocery pajama.
I don't like that.
Ask my father. My father will, I will invite him next time. He will tell you. He's the one wear pajama to the grocery. Or walk the dogs.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you're still here. It's 15 minutes past the presentation. Very happy to.
Bye,
yes, we're happy to have you guys.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott, for sharing your experience with me. And at the end, I want just to add a few sentences. I have to say, yes, all these COVID things very hard for Wuhan people at the beginning. Now it's all over the world. I don't want to apologize, but the thing is, it's very hard for everyone. I think, but if you look this event during all your life, it's just 1 year or 2 or 3, you still have 90 years to live or 80 years to live, you know? So maybe you feel sad or you feel out of control, but please take the time you have right now to do something that you really like. And of course, making money and control your expense for the future. So that's what I want to say. It's like, it's a short period of the in human's life. So fighting.
Thank you, mommy. Thank you.
Your mommy is awesome. Your mommy is awesome.
Thank you, Victoria.
Yeah, so Sunny, yeah, it was a very fantastic session. And actually, so can I add 2 things now? Yeah, sorry, it's a bit longer time. But first, I really say that very welcome to new guests. It's a welcome to our, lovely teams. So Wendy and Yuko-san and Ploy and and anyone join in first time?
Judy.
Just really, yeah.
Judy. Judy.
Judy too. Yes, so it's very, very welcome. So actually, every Friday we have this pub quiz session, and just actually in my personal opinion. So someday I really feel sorry. Some Japanese said Wuhan, Wuhan. I know that city or like that, but actually all we know is bad things. Just only COVID-19. Totally different with Wuhan or Wuhan people. And so some people feel fear because of their ignorance. So the solution, the best way is to meet and talk each other on even the Zoom. And this is the best way to, learn other cultures or other countries for fun time. So I really hope a lot of people join in this pub quiz. Yeah, so thank you so much and have a beautiful weekend. Yeah. So thank you, Sunny, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Victoria will be the next host for the next generation.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.